Every morning in Havana, when the sunlight touched the square, an old man with a worn-out guitar would always be standing there. The taxis rolling colors from another time gone by, and his songs would float like seabirds across the Caribbean sky. Tourists dropped a few old pesos, smiling as they passed him by, never knowing every note he played was another way to try. Back at home his wife was waiting, fighting pain from day to day. So he sang beneath the palm trees to keep the darkness away.
Canto por amor, canto por los dos.
Aunque la vida sea difícil,
Nunca pierdo la voz.
La Habana me escucha,
El corazón también.
mientras ella siga luchando.
Yo cantaré otra vez.
I sing for love, I sing for both of us. People stood in long lines waiting for the little they could buy. Yet somehow there was laughter underneath the Cuban sky. Children played beside the old cars, neighbors danced along the streets, and the rhythm of survival moved beneath their tired feet. Some men carry heavy burdens, some men hide their fears away, but he carried hope in music every single day. And when the evening shadow settled on the city by the sea, he'd walk home with medicine and a quiet victory.
Canto por amor,
Ay, no.
canto por los dos.
Aunque la vida sea difícil,
Nunca pierdo la voz.
La Habana me escucha,
El corazón también.
mientras ella siga luchando.
Yo cantaré otra vez.
One night she softly asked him, "What did you sing today?" He smiled and kissed her forehead. "The song you love," he'd say.
Canto por amor,
Canto por amor,
canto por la fe.
aunque los vientos cambien,
No me rendiré.
las calles dan la música.
Mi razón eres tú.
Mientras tenga esta guitarra, seguiré bajo el sol azul. The streets gave him music, love gave him a reason to sing, and somewhere in Havana, his song still rides the wind.
The harbor wakes before the sunrise. Cold winds sweep across the bay. An old man stands beside his workshop, just as he has every day. His hands are worn like ancient timber, his back bends with the passing years. Yet every hammer strike still echoes with the voices he still hears. water they shape dreams from pine and spruce. Now the young men leave for cities, the old traditions fade away, but he keeps building through the silence, like the sea still calls his name. Sometimes at night he looks beyond the shore and wonders if the old gods still watch these waters anymore. The sea remembers who we are, though time has carried us afar. Every plank and every scar still carries where we came from. With Mulam till half to the sea, staked under. The spirit is strong. The old boats never truly die, as long as courage still survives. Children stop and watch him working as the gulls cry overhead. He tells them stories of the long ships and the path their ancestors led. Not of battles, not of glory, not of kingdoms lost in time, but of ordinary people who were brave enough to try. And in the winter, when darkness fills the sky, he lights a lantern by the shoreline and keeps the memory alive. The sea remembers who we are, though time has carried us afar. Every plank and every scar still carries where we came from. With Mulam till half Straordinaria. The old boats never truly die, as long as courage still survives. He no longer sails the oceans, he no longer fights the storm, but every boat he builds is carrying the spirit forward once more. The sea remembers who we are, though time has carried us afar. Every plank and every scar still carries where we came from. With Mulam till half Straordinaria. The old boats never truly die, as long as courage still survives. The harbor sleeps beneath the moonlight, the workshop fades into the night, and one more boat waits by the water, ready for another life.
Nelle strade di Sorrento, sotto il cielo blu del mare, canta sempre una ragazza che non smette di sognare. Tra le piazze e le finestre la sua voce va lontano, come un vento che accarezza ogni cuore piano piano. La vita a volte prende tutto, più di quanto puoi capire, ma lei ha scelto ogni mattina di sorridere e vivere. La ragazza straordinaria canta amore nella sera, con il sole nei suoi occhi e la forza di una stella. La ragazza straordinaria fa fiorire la speranza e ci insegna che la vita è più forte della mancanza. Molti anni son passati da quel giorno di dolore, quando il destino le ha rubato più di quanto dice il cuore. Ma nessuno può spegnere una fiamma così vera, perché canta per la vita come fosse primavera. E la gente si ferma ad ascoltare ogni nota che sa donare, perché dentro quella voce c'è il coraggio di ricominciare. Forza di una stella, la ragazza straordinaria fa fiorire la speranza e ci insegna che la vita è più forte della mancanza. Dio le ha tolto qualcosa, ma le ha dato molto di più. Una voce che illumina il mondo come il mare sotto la luna blu. La ragazza straordinaria canta amore nella sera e ogni strada di Sorrento ora canta insieme a lei. La sua canzone volerà e nel cuore della gente per sempre resterà. Down by the harbor of Casablanca, where the seagulls greet the sea, a young girl sells warm bread each morning with a smile so wild and free. The sailors know her by her laughter, the dock workers know her name. Every sunrise finds her waiting, though her life will never be the same. Her father worked among the cargo, lifting burdens day and night, until one day fate came calling and took away his strength to fight. The doctor said recovery was uncertain, the bills kept growing every day. So she left school and chased tomorrow to help her father find his way. People asked her, "Don't you miss your dreams?" She smiled softly and answered quietly, "My dreams can wait, but my father can't. The road is long, but I'll do what I must, for he carried me when I could not stand. Now it's my turn to hold his hand. Oh, Casablanca, hear my prayer tonight. Love is the greatest strength a heart can find." The fishermen buy her food at sunrise, the merchants stop and wave hello, not because they pity Yasmina, but because they admire her soul. She never asks the world for favors, she never speaks about her pain. She only thanks God for each morning and keeps walking through the rain. And every evening, as the harbor lights appear, she carries hope back home instead of fear. My dreams can wait, but my father can't. The road is long, but I'll do what I must, for he carried me when I could not stand. Now it's my turn to hold his hand. Oh, Casablanca, hear my prayer tonight. Love is the greatest strength a heart can find. One day perhaps she'll return to school, one day perhaps her dreams will come alive, but she has already become something even greater, a daughter her father can be proud of. My dreams can wait, but my father can't. The road is long, but I'll do what I must, for he carried me when I could not stand. Now it's my turn to hold his hand. Oh, Casablanca, sing her story tonight, for love is the greatest strength a heart can find. And when the harbor falls asleep, the city whispers her name, Yasmina, the girl of Casablanca. walks among the flowers with dreams she cannot forsake. The tourists know her gentle smile, the children know her name, but few can see the silent story behind her eyes of rain. Her mother and father left too early, victims of a world gone wrong. Now she lives with her grandmother in a house where hope stays strong. She sells roses in the plaza under skies of blue and gold, saving every coin she earns for a future she still holds. And when people ask her, why do you work so hard? She smiles and says, one flower for my grandmother, one flower for my dream, one flower for the little children who need someone to believe. I know the road is not easy, but I know who I want to be, a doctor with a healing heart from the streets of Medellin. The city has known many shadows, stories filled with hurt and fear, but Jolie keeps planting kindness every single year. She believes tomorrow's brighter than the memories left behind, and every flower that she carries leaves a little hope behind. Some children inherit fortune, some inherit pain, but even after darkest winters, the flowers bloom again. One flower for my grandmother, one flower for my dream, one flower for the little children who need someone to believe. I know the road is not easy, but I know who I want to be, a doctor with a healing heart from the streets of Medellin. And as the sun sets over Colombia, the plaza softly sings for the girl who sells the flowers and grows her own wings. Jolie, the flower girl of Medellin.
In a Catalan summer long ago, a little boy disappeared among the crowds and the laughter, leaving behind 1,000 tears. His parents searched through every street, calling out his name, but fate can be a cruel companion, and nothing stayed the same. Years went by beneath the sunlight, seasons came and went. The boy survived with an old guitar and every coin he spent. He played beside the park each evening where he once was lost, holding on to one small hope, no matter what the cost. Every song became a prayer, every melody a sign. Tal vez algún día volverás a mí.
Maybe someday you will return to me.
I sing beneath the Spanish sky for the family I still miss. 10 años esperando un milagro así.
10 years waiting.
Every chord carries a memory One autumn afternoon, a couple walked into the park to remember the day they lost their son and the wound inside their hearts. Then they heard a young man singing a melody from years ago, the same old lullaby a mother used to know. La guitarra dejó de sonar, el tiempo pareció parar. Then a trembling voice cried out, "La Cibel!" He turned around, his eyes filled with tears. Madre! I never stopped believing, though the road was long and hard, porque el amor verdadero siempre encuentra el camino.
10 years lost,
Yet nothing was forgotten. Y al final del viaje volvimos a casa. Under the Catalan sunset,
3 hearts beat as one.
no, no,
No more searching,
no more tears.
no more tears.
The lost boy had finally come home. Reunión at last. 또 하루가 시작돼 서울의 불빛 아래 커피 한 잔 손에 쥐고 지친 마음 숨긴 채 보고서는 끝이 없고 시간은 날 재촉해 가족을 위해 달리지만 나는 점점 사라져.
Another day begins under the lights of soul, holding a cup of coffee, hiding a tired soul.
아이들의 꿈을 위해 더 열심히 살아야 해. 부모님의 기대 속에 난 길을 잃어가네. 집에 와도 웃어보며 괜찮다고 말하지만 내 마음은 무너지고 혼자 울고 있었어.
For my children's dreams I keep pushing on, but somewhere along the way I forgot where I belong.
How much longer can I hold on? 얼마나 더 버텨야 해?
How much longer must I endure?
Calm down, 그녀가 내게 말했어.
Calm down,
That's what she said to me. 진정해, 제발 돌아와. You don't have to carry the whole world alone. 난 완벽한 사람이 필요 없어.
I don't need a perfect man.
그저 당신이면 돼. 차가운 바람 부는 밤, 도시가 잠든 시간, 난 끝을 생각했지만 누군가는 날 찾아서 발걸음 소리 들리고 익숙한 목소리가 민우야 날 붙잡아 주었어.
On a cold winter night when I stood on the edge, a familiar voice pulled me back again.
세상은 여전히 어렵고 문제도 사라지지 않아.
The world
I'm coming home. Every Saturday in Adelaide, the crowd would fill the seats. Sunshine took the field again, and the summer air felt sweet. There was a man they all knew well, always sitting in the same place, holding an old photograph with a quiet smile upon his face. Some folks wondered who they were, the old couple in that frame, why he'd raise that picture high every time the crowd screamed their name. Win or lose, he'd never miss a single game, a single stand, like he was saving them a seat right there beside him in the grandstand. That's the photo in the stands, a story few would understand. Not all families share the same blood, some are built with loving hands. And every cheer, every hometown song, every game that rolls along, he's still bringing them with him, though they've been gone so long. That's the photo in the stands. When a reporter finally asked, "Who are the people that you see?" Peter looked down at the frame and said, "They mean everything to me. My parents died when I was young, lost at sea so long ago, but these two opened up their hearts and gave a lonely boy a home. They taught him how to drive a truck, how to work and how to pray. And every weekend after work they'd watch the Sunshine team play. Years went by like passing roads, then one day they both moved on, but Peter kept his promise made to bring them here where they belong. That's the photo in the stands, a story few would understand. Not all families share the same blood, some are built with loving hands. And every cheer, every hometown song, every game that rolls along, he's still bringing them with him, though they've been gone so long. That's the photo in the stands. Some people leave this world behind, some memories slowly fade away, but love can live in simple things like showing up another day, a worn-out frame, an empty seat, a promise never left undone. That's the photo in the stands, held by weathered working hands. The son they chose, the love they gave, still echoes through this land. And when the sunshine takes the field and the crowd begins to sing, three hearts are sitting there together, watching every inning. That's the photo in the stands, the photo in the stands.
joy reflected in their eyes, like fireworks across the night. Strangers wave and strangers smile, making every mile worthwhile. For one evening we're all friends, and hope is waiting around each bend. Oh, Luxembourg, tonight you shine like a dream suspended in time. Beautiful faces, beautiful souls, moving together beneath the glow. And the lights keep dancing across the summer sky. Everyone is singing, everyone feels alive. Oh, Luxembourg, tonight the world feels kind. The road will call me once again to distant cities far from here, but I remember this night forever. The music, the lights, the atmosphere. Oh, Luxembourg, tonight you shine, a little piece of paradise. Beautiful faces, beautiful souls, a memory I'll carry home. And the lights keep dancing across the summer sky. The festival is fading, but the feeling never dies. Oh, Luxembourg, I'll see you down the road someday. Lights of Luxembourg, lights of Luxembourg.
In the crowded streets of Bombay, where the trains and dreams collide, a little boy would draw the sunset while the city rushed outside. His father worked through endless hours, dust and sweat upon his skin, saving every single rupee for a future yet to begin. Study hard, his father told him, don't live the life I've known. But every word that sounded hopeful felt like another stone. These expectations on my shoulders feel heavier every year, built from love and sacrifice, yet filled with silent fear. You gave me wings to leave the ground, to rise above it all, but chose the sky I had to follow without hearing my call. Father dreamed of California, Silicon Valley in his eyes, a software engineer with fortune, a life beyond these crowded nights. But Raj would fill his books with colors, paint the stories he could see. Every canvas held a future that no one else believed could be. He wasn't trying to disappoint him, he wasn't trying to run. He just wanted one small chance to become the person he'd become. These expectations my shoulders feel heavier every year, built from love and sacrifice, yet filled with silent fear. You gave me wings to leave the ground, to rise above it all, but chose the sky I had to follow without hearing my call. Maybe fathers carry burdens children never truly know. Maybe children carry dreams they're afraid to ever show. And somewhere in the space between us, 1,000 words remain. Love was always in the room, but so was all the pain. These expectations on my shoulders were never born from hate, only from a father's hope and fear of leaving it to fate. You wanted me to reach the stars, to live a better life, but what if my own constellation was shining somewhere else tonight? The streets of Bombay keep moving, the years keep rolling on. No one knows who was right, only that a father loved his son, and a son was searching for his song.
On a quiet street in Luzon, where the morning wakes too soon, Maria paints another stranger, dreaming underneath the moon. Lipstick brushes, little mirrors, helping others softly shine, while a melody keeps calling somewhere deep inside her mind. When the city falls asleep, she walks beneath the neon glow to a little cafe stage where only faithful dreamers go. Dreams don't ask where you come from. Dreams don't care what you own. They begin with one small heartbeat, one small voice, one microphone. Maybe no one knows my name, maybe no one's watching now, but every song I dare to sing brings me closer somehow. People say the world's too crowded, too many stars already shine, but every night she keeps believing there is room for one more light. Every note becomes a promise, every smile defeats the fear. Though tomorrow looks uncertain, hope is louder than the tears. She may never fill an arena, she may never top the charts, but she already found the place where music lives And somewhere on a little stage, a girl from Luzon smiles, because tonight she lived her dream. Down the streets of Buenos Aires, where the evening softly glows, Paula walks with quiet footsteps, always where the lost ones go. No one hears the silent heartbeat hidden underneath the rain. Every pair of tired brown eyes carry someone else's pain. People pass without a glance. She simply kneels and softly smiles. One gentle hand can change a life. Dance with me, little strays beneath the sky. Every wagging tail reminds me hope was never meant to die. You don't need a perfect family, you don't need a name that's known. Love can build a brand new future. Love can finally lead you home. Every Saturday at sunrise, friends arrive with food and care. Old blankets, little bowls of water, kindness waiting everywhere. Some are frightened, some are broken, some have long forgotten trust. But every heart begins believing when compassion comes to us. People ask me, why save another? I simply smile, because they feel the same as we do. They know hunger, they know fear, and they know when somebody truly loves them. Dance with me, little strays through every street. Every rescued soul reminds me kindness makes the world complete. Maybe we can save tomorrow, maybe we can change it all. But today, one lonely heartbeat will never fall alone. Some dance for applause. She dances for those the world forgot.
Every Sunday, Father pours the tea. Neighbors smile beneath the old ginkgo tree. They ask about the son who left the town. He laughs and says he's doing well now. He works high above the Shanghai lights, a big company, a better life. One day he'll buy a home for us His eyes shine brighter than the cups. 1,000 miles away, another morning starts. Steel boots on tired feet, dreams inside a working heart. I tell my father I'm doing fine. He tells the village the sun is mine. He hides my struggles, I hide my pain. Love wears a smile even in the rain. Maybe the greatest gift is not success, but protecting each other with every breath. The room is small, the winter's cold. Overtime buys another month. The city never learns my name, but I keep calling home the same. Have you been eating? Father asks. I'm eating well, I always laugh. I never tell him about the nights when loneliness sleeps by my side. Spring festival, I finally come home. Father finds my worn-out work gloves inside my old backpack. He holds them quietly, he doesn't ask a single question. The next morning, someone asks again, your son still works in Shanghai. Father smiles, yes, he works very hard. You call it pride, I call it love. A father protects with hopeful words, a son protects with silent scars. Neither one is lying, they're simply carrying each other's hearts. Good news isn't always true. Sometimes it's simply love, trying not to hurt the people who love you. Across the endless plain, golden grass dancing with the rain. A young boy follows where his father leads. Two horses running wild and free. Above them flies an ancient friend, with silent wings that never bend. No chains can hold the mountain sky, only trust can teach it how to fly. Listen to the wind, Father softly said. It knows every story the mountains never said. Run with the eagle, ride with the sun, across forever, to change. Screens replace horizons, everything feels strange. Will anyone still walk this road? The young boy asked one day. The father smiled as the eagle climbed into the endless blue. If someday only one rider remains, the wind will still know his name. The eagle circles one more time, as if the whole sky was saying, thank you.
Ride with the eagle,
Run with the wind, guard every sunrise, honor every spring. Not every treasure can be held, some are carried by the sky itself.
when the last feather touches the wind, the mountains will remember.
The rivers will remember, the grass will remember. And somewhere high above the clouds, the sky will remember us.
Every Saturday morning comes quietly again. Anna walks through the streets where old violins remain. She finds her little corner beneath the ancient sky, while pigeons circle softly as the city passes by. People stop and wonder, who is she playing for? She smiles without an answer and bows once more. No ticket, no applause, no stage beneath the light, only little wings waiting in the morning sky. I play for every bird that once forgot to sing. I play because my heart still believes in little things. If music cannot heal a broken wing today, perhaps it heals a lonely soul that lost its way. Fly, fly, the sky is always home. Long ago, beneath the Alps, a tiny bird lay still. A frightened little child held her violin with will. Daddy, if I play, will it hurt a little less? He smiled while holding gently that fragile feathered guest. Maybe songs can't mend a wing, maybe strengths spring, but kindness has a sound, and every heart can hear it. Now every Saturday she returns again. No fame, no fortune, no grand concert hall, only melodies floating through Vienna's air. And somewhere in the clouds, perhaps, one little bird still remembers the first song that taught it not to fear the sky. Children never ask whether kindness works. They simply give it away before the world teaches them to stop.
On a dusty street beneath the morning sun, two brothers chased the weathered ball for fun. No fancy shoes, no stadium lights above, only hope and a family's love. Every dream began on broken stones. Every laugh could make the whole world home. One looked ahead, the other smiled behind. Both believed tomorrow would be kind. When destiny knocked upon their door, only one dream could travel more. The silence said what words never could. Because you're my little brother, I'll carry every storm away. Your future shines much brighter. Mine can wait another day. Porque você é meu irmãozinho. Nunca pare de sonhar.
My little brother
Never stop dreaming. Your victory,
will always be
the greatest gift to me. Ha! The crowd would never know his name. History remembers only those who play the game. But every goal the younger scored was built upon the love his brother gave before. At night he worked with tired hands, saving every coin he can to buy one pair of football shoes without a single word of what he'd lose. Vai, meu irmão, corre sem medo. Hey, hey,
Se o mundo chamar seu nome, eu vou sorrir daqui.
hey, hey. Because you're my little brother. No dream is ever lost. Hey. Love is never measured by the price we choose to cross.
children beneath the olive trees, running barefoot through the summer breeze. Little hands covered in silver leaves, laughing like the endless sea. Δεν είχαμε υποσχέσεις, we had no promises, only mornings full of light. Years kept turning like the harvest sun. Every season we were still as one. No golden ring upon your hand, yet somehow I could understand. Home was never made of stone, it was simply you beside me. The olive trees remember every dream we've ever known. They watched us grow together before we call this love our own. If tomorrow steals the sunlight, if the seasons fade away, I'll still find your gentle footsteps among these fields someday. Sagabo, like the wind loves the sea, forever quietly. Your smile carries every autumn rain. Every road still whispers your name. People search the world for paradise. We found ours beneath these skies. Nothing grand, nothing new, only us growing old together. Becomes a story. Every leaf still holds our light. If our children ask tomorrow how forever truly starts, tell them love begins so quietly when two children share one heart. Sagabo, always, always home. Some love stories are written in letters. Ours was written by olive trees.